Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna do the FabFitFun spoilers. I can't promise you that I'll get every spoiler video done. I am headed to Mexico very soon. You might see me like on my phone or my GoPro doing some of these videos, but I'm gonna try. I did get all of my Goldie box shipping, or like everything that I could, done for my box, and then that is when I can now dedicate time to these videos, and hopefully I'll get you as many as I can. I can't tell you exactly how many that will be. But I did want to go in order, so this is gonna be customization number 1. And the first item is from Jonathan Adler. It's a New York designer, does home items, and it's a bedside carafe set. So I guess it's to have your water, your bedside water. And they are colored glass. The color is something like maybe like sky blue or teal, somewhere in between those two colors. And they say that this is a $50 MSRP value. It's probably just because of the brand. It is like a little bit more of a well-known brand. So the actual carafe, and you're looking at a photo of it hopefully on screen right now, the carafe is 25 ounces. And then I think that's 750 milliliters. And then the cup is 10 ounces or 320 milliliters. I couldn't even find this on Jonathan Adler's website. I did search carafe, I did search bedside, I just found some tables and some other really cool carafes, by the way. He has some really great items on there. But I have no other information because I couldn't even find the product there. Sometimes that means that's a FabFitFun exclusive. I'm always a little bit worried about those types of products because sometimes they're made to different specifications or like quality standards from some really like well-known brands. So we've had it in the past where that isn't an issue at all, and then there's other times where it was very obvious that the product was not to the same quality as what that brand typically puts out. So we'll see. But it's an interesting product, something we definitely haven't had before, so I do like that. The next product is from Fenty Skin, and it's called their Flash Nap Priming Gel and Tool. It says it has a $42 retail value. You're gonna get 15 milliliters, that's about half an ounce. And the primary ingredients in this are green tea, which I love for eyes. This is an eye product, by the way. And Parisian silk. So this is not gonna be a vegan product. Fenty is considered cruelty-free, but this product, because it contains silk, is not a vegan product. So the first few ingredients other than water are glycerin-based ingredients, some synthetic ingredients. One is even like a coconut oil, glycerin, kind of like merging of an ingredient. And all of those are really just good for moisturization. But then a little bit down the line, we have some of the, what I would consider more like active ingredients. So the first one is niacinamide. This is an anti-aging ingredient. It is vitamin B3, and it's gonna promote the production of collagen. So that's kind of how it's a little bit anti-aging. It's also gonna decrease pore size. It's really good at doing that. It's also pretty good for acne, but I don't think that's what it's trying to do in this case because this is an eye cream. Then this product has hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is a molecular weight that sits on top of your skin, so that's more for moisturization than anti-aging, but we do want moisturization on this under eye area, so I can see why they would put that there. It also has hyaluronic acid in a different form, and this is sodium hyaluronate, which actually can penetrate your skin. So the moisturization you're getting on top, the surface level from hyaluronic acid, it's like being able to pull that inside. So you're getting moisturization on the top and then also from the inside out. So that causes a little bit of a plumping effect, and that's how you get more of the anti-aging look. Like if you have any fine lines right there, it's gonna plump them from within by filling them with that moisture. So it gives you more like, you know, young plump skin. The next ingredient on the list that I think is important is panthenol. It's vitamin B5. It's going to increase hydration and decrease inflammation, so it gives it kind of like a more smoothing effect of your skin whenever you have that ingredient in there. And then another synthetic vitamin is tocopherol acetate, which is synthetic vitamin E. That's super full of antioxidants, so it's also really, really great for anti-aging, and it's skin conditioning, so it provides some of that moisturization as well. Then I saw that it had, I believe it was cactus flower extract. That is actually one of my favorite ingredients. I say that a lot. There's probably like 5 or 6 that I say like, that's one of my favorite ingredients, but this is definitely one of them. It's a little bit more of an expensive ingredient to put in skincare, so I always feel like skincare is a little bit fancy when it includes it. But that cactus flower extract is also really full of antioxidants, and it helps with cell turnover. So it's giving you new like fresh baby cells coming to the surface a little bit faster than normal, so then you're getting like fresher skin, so that provides some anti-aging as well by like regenerating those cells a little bit faster. I guess I didn't really talk about the green tea. I just said like one of the active ingredients is green tea extract. I love green tea for under eyes. It's super full of antioxidants again. So antioxidants, every time I say that, it's basically like a protection from our external environment, and it helps repair damage from our external environment as well. So like anything that's affecting your skin, smoke, UV rays, smog, like all the things that the environment of just like being in the world affects our skin, like dries it out and does all these things, just like, you know, everything's constantly touching our skin, all the little particles. So this is something that is, one, kind of reversing that a little bit. Then it also provides a protection to prevent future damage from like oxidations. That's why it's an antioxidant. There are some negative ingredients. I guess I would say negative ingredients. At the end, there's a lot of synthetic fragrance ingredients, and then they also include fragrance. A lot of people don't like to have that, especially in the eye area. One, putting it on your skin at all is kind of just like not the best, but then this area is so sensitive, so a lot of people like really prefer their eye creams to not have any fragrance or any like synthetic fragrance ingredients. So this one does have a lot of reviews. It's 4.4 star with 1,200 reviewers. Most of the people that had positives really liked the feeling of it. So I guess it has a little bit of a cooling feeling. It's also gel, and then it's very lightweight, so a lot of people like that. It's not too heavy right there. And then there's some that said like they saw the moisturization or they saw some improvement in fine lines, probably some of that hyaluronic acid and niacinamide and all the things that I already talked about that provide those anti-aging benefits. So those were the positives. For negatives, the number one negative was that it used synthetic fragrances. So they're very like all over the bottom, so I think that's why maybe some people were saying negatives about that. Also, some people said they had reactions like it made their eyes puffy or flaky, and then a lot of common negatives were that it didn't work well with makeup, so maybe it like pills your makeup or something like that. There was not too much explanation on it, but I did see that in the negative comments. There was also some positive comments about the scent, not a crazy amount, but it's described as like a light tropical scent. Next up is a Coach Apple Watch band. So I do have an Apple Watch. Mine's 44, so it's kind of like the big guy. This one only works for $38, $40, and $41. And the retail value of this is $85, which is literally insane. I think I bought this one for like $10 and it's the best. There was some reviews and they don't have this specific Coach color. It's in mint for FabFitFun, but they had a pink one that looked pretty much exactly the same. And there were some reviews that said the size was kind of small. So I have a really small wrist, and this one is definitely more than 7.5 inches. Actually, I can tell you exactly what it is. So, oh, maybe I shouldn't count that part though, right? Maybe I should just count this, 4 inches there. I don't know how to count it. It says 7.5 inches, but I don't know if I should count the center part or not. If I do, mine goes above 7.5 inches. If I don't, mine is just at 7.5 inches. But I have a really small wrist, and this thing fits and has some extra, but I just wonder, like I'll show you on my wrist. Like my wrist is like really small. So I'm not exactly sure what 7.5 is gonna look like around your wrist, or if that's even including the face of the watch or not, but I did read some of the reviews on the pink version or blush version, which is on Coach's website, that did say that it was kind of small for their wrist. So the blush one, we'll just talk about the blush one for now because that's all that I found on their website. By the way, I didn't find this one, so again, it could be one of those made for FabFitFun things that I hate, but the blush one had, I believe it was like 104 or 107 reviews, and then it was a 4-star. And most of the positives were that it was comfortable or flexible. Some of them that it was beautiful, so that's a positive. And then that it didn't scratch. A couple people said like, oh, I've dinged it up, but nothing scratched on it, which is kind of nice, but I just pay $10 so I can replace it really easily. The negatives though, some of them said it was too small or too tight, and then some people said it was cheap or the material was cheap, and for $85 for someone to say that, like I would be kind of annoyed if the material was cheap, but whatever. And then some of them said that it broke, and a lot of people said that it broke. Actually, almost all the 1-star or 2-star reviews had theirs break within like 2 weeks to 3 weeks, so pretty quickly theirs broke. The next product is kind of cool. It's a cooler backpack from Juneshine. It's $60 MSRP. Juneshine is a hard kombucha brand, which is kind of cool, but I have a feeling that they're just in here for marketing because this product is not on their website, nor do they have anything even similar to it. Mostly like you go there to buy hard kombucha, which is kind of weird, but whatever. It's still a cool idea and interesting that they chose it for spring, but I could definitely still like see spring picnic with it, even though it feels more like a summer item. So let's do the dimensions here. So first dimension is 10, which is here, by 6. That's going to be here. 6 this way, so imagine it that way, 6. And then 13 high, so this. So 13 by 10 by 6. Kind of feels like you can fit a lot in there based on those dimensions. So the exterior is 100% polyester, and then the interior lining is something called PEVA, polyethylene vinyl acetate. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry. I'm just like trying to memorize some of these things. But it's basically a little bit more of an eco-friendly alternative to PVC, which is synthetic plastic. So that's kind of nice that they're trying to find an eco-friendly alternative. PEVA is still not like the best, but for being like a plastic kind of alternative, it's good. It's better than the other options. And then there's 2 different shades or patterns, I don't know. Summer citrus, which is kind of cute. It has a little like citrus all over it, obviously. And then marine blue if you just like want something a little bit more simple. Like I said, this wasn't on their website, and also like I can't find this kind of product anywhere else. So I do also think this is probably exclusive to FabFitFun and just a way for like Juneshine to, you know, get in our heads and then we go buy their hard kombucha or something like that. But I don't have any other information because I literally like scoured the internet and couldn't find more information. The next product is from a brand that I really like, Summer Fridays. They are cruelty-free vegan brand, and this is their Cloud Dew Oil-Free Gel Moisturizer, something like that, for $42. Summer Fridays has kind of a high retail value, but I always feel like their products work really well for me. So I've only had a couple where I've had an issue, and in general, like I do think their products, whatever the product says it does, it does. So for me, when I hear oil-free gel moisturizer, I think this is going to be really good for oily skin, which is interesting because when we get to the reviews, the oily skin reviews are more negative and the dry skin reviews are positive. Interesting, right? So you get 1.7 ounces with this. It's a $45 retail value. They say they have 3 types of hyaluronic acid, 3 different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid. When I was looking at the ingredients list, I only see 2, so one might just be given a different name that I'm not familiar with. But the 2 that I saw are sodium hyaluronate, which is my favorite. It penetrates the layer of skin that allows it to plump from within, which I already kind of talked about with the Fenty product I was talking about earlier in this video. So that gives it an anti-aging benefit by allowing your moisturizer or whatever you put on top of it to plump from within. And then the next one is called Hydrolyze Sodium Hyaluronate. This one actually has a nickname called Mini HA, like mini hyaluronic acid. This is going to go even deeper. So if sodium hyaluronate goes deep for anti-aging, this goes even deeper. Some people say that's like controversial and also less oily skin friendly because when you're pulling too much too deep in, you know, like that can cause some of the buildup inside of sebum or whatever, that like too much moisturization for oily skin could be bad. So this one's going really deep layer. And I think that's maybe why I saw that in the reviews where it worked better for dry skin than for oily skin. And then another ingredient or set of ingredients, and I've talked about this recently, these are 2 of my favorite ingredients to see together for dry skin. So I used to have dry skin on my hands and this literally saved me. It's called Olivum 1000, but you'll never see it on the ingredients list like that. You're gonna see Ceteryl olivate and sorbitan olivate, usually right next to each other. If there's a little space, it doesn't really matter, but like pretty close to each other. And that creates Olivum 1000, which is kind of just like a moisturizing powerhouse. So another reason why we maybe saw all those positive reviews for dry skin instead of for oily skin, even though it's a gel moisturizer. So typically I think oil-free gel, oh, I have oily skin, that's perfect for me. So if you were thinking that by reading the name of it, it might not be the case. On these types of things with boxes though, I like to try them. I like to take try some of the skincare ingredients, because I'm never gonna want to pay $42 for this unless I gave it a try, and so it's like cheaper if I get it in FabFitFun. So some other cool ingredients, these are kind of anti-aging ingredients. It has 15 amino acids, at least 15 that I could count, and those end in INE or the word acid, and they're all kind of together. This is gonna help with like collagen production and all of that, like just giving you the type of skin you need. They're building blocks. Amino acids are building blocks. Then it also has like a couple peptide blends. Again, these are building blocks. One more thing to talk about before I actually talk about the reviews. So Summer Fridays does have a recycling program. That's another thing that I really love about the brand. If you send them 5 empty bottles and send them in, they give you a free label, mailing label to send it to them, then they send you a free product. So it's just kind of nice that they care about recycling and all of that for the environment. That's something that I really care about, so it's something you care about too. I like to support brands that put that in their mission, or like try to do things like this, like recycle programs. Let's talk about the reviews. It has a 4.4 star rating with 1,100 reviewers, a little bit more than that, but 4.4 stars, that's pretty high. And the positives were the lightweight feel, that it's a gel formula. Some said great for dry skin. Multiple people said it was great for dry skin. And I think also they said it works well with cosmetics, so it plays well with cosmetics or foundations. People said stuff like that. For the negatives, some people said it was not hydrating enough, so it probably depends the level of hydration you need, but I saw more positives about how hydrating it was than negatives about it not being hydrating enough. Then some others said it doesn't work well for oily skin, or it causes their skin to break out, despite the fact that it's oil-free. And so, like I said, I think that that's that hydrolyzed sodium hyaluronate. Don't quote me on that, but something in the product is causing it, because a lot of the negative reviews did mention that. Others also said that they felt a residue afterwards, so that was in the negatives, like they still felt it on their face, or some people said that it didn't absorb fast enough, so those could both kind of be a similar thing as well. The next item is from Kate Spade, and it's sunglasses. There are actually 2 options. One's called Emmeline, and then the other one's called Samantha. They're $129 retail value, which is very Kate Spade. For sunglasses, it's kind of crazy, but you know, Kate Spade does have really good quality. Again, neither of these were on Kate Spade's website, so they could be exclusive. However, I did find Emmeline like on a discount site, but then it was out of stock, and it wasn't discounted. It was still $120. So I'm not really sure what that was all about, but the Emmeline is aviator, and it's a metal frame, and on the other site it said stainless steel. Obviously, I couldn't find the information on anything else other than metal on FabFitFun. And then the Samantha are cat eye, a little bit more traditional Kate Spade style, and they're a little bit oversized cat eye. The next brand is a shampoo conditioner brand. The brand is Amica. This is a $52 set, so you do get the shampoo and the conditioner. It's called Hydro Rush. It's actually their newest shampoo and conditioner in their line. I do love the brand Amica. They have a give back story, so they do give to, you know, I don't remember the exact name, but it is like different cancer research, cancer awareness. They always have like breast cancer stuff going on in October and all those things. They're very active in that. They do like cooling therapy, some type of like cooling therapy that they support to help cancer patients keep their hair as well. So I really love that. They also have a recycle program. They also are like eco-friendly, 100% recyclable packaging, all the things that I normally like. It is a cruelty-free brand. This shampoo and conditioner is also silicone-free and sulfate-free, which are 2 things that most people look for when they're looking for hair products. Amica is not only cruelty-free, it is also vegan, and it is Leaping Buddy certified, which means even better than cruelty-free because it involves the entire supply chain. Now let's talk about ingredients. For this one, they have sodium hyaluronate, which is the hyaluronic acid I was already talking about for skin, except for hair. It's also going to increase moisture in your hair. So basically what hyaluronic acid does is it holds its weight, 1,000 times its weight in moisture. You do have to add moisture to it, so you can't just like put hyaluronic acid and like nothing else. But if you put hyaluronic acid on and it's in a moisturizer, it's gonna help that moisturizer stay on the surface longer or penetrate, depending which form of hyaluronic acid. It also has squalane. Squalane is gonna help prevent moisture loss from your hair. So it's gonna help your hair keep its moisture that it already has in there longer. This also has sea buckthorn, which is one of my favorite hair care ingredients and skincare ingredients. Sea buckthorn is just really full of antioxidants, really great at, you know, helping prevent damage, also really good at reversing some damage caused by our natural environment or unnatural environment or whatever you want to call it. This also has blue algae, also another ingredient super full of antioxidants. If you can't tell, I love antioxidants. We talked about green tea already, blue algae now, sea buckthorn, like all the antioxidants, give me all the antioxidants. They're great for skin, hair, all the things. So for this product, it had a 4.2 star rating with about 700 reviewers. Like I said, this is one of their newer products, so it's probably why it doesn't have as many reviewers. And the positives were mostly about the shampoo and less about the conditioner. The negatives were mostly about the conditioner and less about the shampoo. So there's something great about the shampoo going on there. Most of the negatives also mentioned how strong the scent was, or that they didn't like the scent. It's described as floral or perfume, and then that it wasn't moisturizing enough. Speaking of the conditioner. For the positives, for some reason, a lot of people said like, I like the shampoo, I don't like the conditioner. And they didn't all describe why, but most of them described that the conditioner didn't feel like it was giving as much moisturization. The positives also said that it helped with tangles and helped with frizz. Like overall, I did see that a lot, but it talked less about moisturization, which is interesting because it's called Hydro Rush. And you would think that like that would be all about hydration. The next item in this section is the most expensive item at $149, which is kind of crazy. The box is what, 50 now or 60? I don't know what it is, but 50 something. And this product is the Lumina NRG 3-in-1 Eye Lift. It is going to have, it's a tool. You're gonna put eye serum on and then you're gonna use the tool. And it uses 3 types of therapy. So it uses ultrasonic kind of vibration. That's gonna help that whatever you're putting on, whether it's an eye cream or serum, penetrate deeper. It also uses like heat therapy, thermal therapy, so it's gonna be warm. And then the third thing it does is red light therapy. And red light therapy is supposed to promote collagen, so kind of like increases skin elasticity and just like gives you like a more youthful appearance. I don't know that I believe in all those things, but I do know that the ultrasonic, I do think that that really does help products penetrate a little bit better. The heat, I'm sure works well. We use heat masks and other things too, but I don't really know about the red light therapy or not. I have tried a lot of those lights and I've never really seen like a significant difference, but this one's doing 3-in-1 and it's specifically for the eye area. I couldn't find reviews on this product. Actually, that's a lie. I found one review and it was a negative review, but I don't like to talk about reviews on this channel unless I have 10 or more at least, so I can see a pattern. Like maybe 2 or 3 people at least said the same thing. It's interesting. It's an interesting idea. I don't know that I'm gonna go for this one. I always am like a little bit leery of doing the electronics for FabFitFun, but if you wanted a product like this, again, you're not going to want to pay $149. You're going to want to buy a box and it's included in your box. I don't know what that makes it, maybe like $10 or less. And then you get to try it and see if you actually like it. So when something's kind of expensive, it's worth, I think, sometimes taking the risk. And then if it's a dud, it's a dud, oh well. But I usually steer clear of the electronic items in FabFitFun just because I've had really bad luck with them in the past. That is everything for category 1. Please comment down below. Comments help my channel so much. And comment what item you think you're gonna get, or what is it between, or did I change your mind about something? I love hearing those too, because I do spend a lot of time researching these and reviews and like all the, if you actually realize how much time I spent reading reviews, I feel like you guys would like die. Like you would literally just like be done because you would not believe it. But I spend a lot of time on this kind of stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a comment like I said, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!